Guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the YouTube account and we're going to be breaking down the beast from a beast guide that we have. So within the beast ground, guys, resonance is really the big thing. This is the name of the game. As we continue, new beasts come out, as the Slumber Seal came out, as we're seeing the Fox come out, it is super important to really be driving this beast resonance because it is really, again, huge when we get new beasts that you're going to be able to level them up. If it's getting them to 6, if it's getting them to 9, 12, 15, 18, whatever it may be, the ability to build out these beasts, because a lot of them, similar to heroes, as we continue further in AFK Arena, and along with the power creep, we are seeing a lot more utility within this beast, which are really the big priority to go ahead and build them. So, all right, guys, so I'm going to hop over. We're going to break down this guide. Let's go ahead and check it out. All right, guys, so this again is from the Chinese servers. You'll see this is through Google Translate, so it might not be absolutely perfect, but this is dying at AFK Arena, as you can see right here. Very cool, and this is updated for version 1.118, which means it does include the brand new beast, the Fox that we are going to be seeing. That is coming up on Tuesday. So what is the beast resonance? Overall, guys, just like I showed you, it is really the ability to level up all of the beasts together. Now, if you have some beasts essentially that are not leveled up, or when a new one comes up, you can actually level them up, and then it breaks down exactly how many beasts and how many copies you do need to go ahead and build them up. When you look at beast level going 12 to 15, 15 to 18, you need a lot, guys. That is 96 copies of units, which again is kind of crazy when you figure it's roughly 400 to 600 baits to go ahead and get a beast, and we know baits are very expensive. I just hit 12. I'm on my way to 15 right now, but there is a lot. Now, when the resonance level goes up, it'll recycle any of the pets that you have additional copies of. That is the reason why we talked about, out of the event that just ended, getting Bella, that way you have an extra copy. It will actually give you the secret spices because you have 2 bodies of other ones. Now, looking at the level 9 resonance, this is what you want to build, guys. And these specific beasts, when you're building them out of the resonance or surplus, you can see right down there. So you want to get these to 12, and then of course Blade Ridge right there to level 9. As you start getting a little bit further, you'll take Blade Ridge from 11 to 12, essentially getting all of those, and then the one that is extra within this build will actually go into spices, which is the reason why you really want to the trade-off between it. Most of the time you want the pets equal on level. Now, as you can see from when I did the resonating, I went for 15 and I got 1 pet on 15. I am literally going down the line and getting them all to 15, because essentially the rest of the pets are staying right now at 12 until I get to 15. But you can see there are a primary pets that you do want to get. Now, the guide itself is broken down into these little arrows, and you can see, guys, the higher the amount of arrows is kind of the better that you want to use them, or the more utility they have. You can see right here, can you split them? Kite pull, when you get 4, turns out in multiple formations. 3, there's a seat, at least 1. 2, well, maybe not really used, and then 1 is not used in any of the content. It turned out to be much longer than expected, so go on to page 2. All right, guys, so here is page 2. So again, you can see the names are kind of off again with the translation. Overall, when you look at the first one, it is actually the corridor. The expedition or the campaign is the very last one. And then the middle one is PvP. So you can see here with Talisman or Trick Tiger, again, the translation between here, it is really, really strong within the corridor. Between the Nightmare Corridor, the Cursed Realm, seeing a lot of play. PvP, the Trick Tiger is absolutely huge, or Talisman is absolutely huge, as well as the expedition using against the Hypogens and also the Greyborns. It is huge, versatile hunting monster, pulls kites in all kind of content, including the main one, which of course is the campaign. Fully grown lion boost the strong performance in the expedition. Also attractive that the properly strengthened according to the training, especially 12 to 18 are really the big times that we see. Now, overall, Talisman is one that I use all the time, guys. Super, super effective. Then we look here, guys, the Winged Lion. The Winged Lion is still holding and does have a ton of utility. You can see a little bit less in PvP, but we are maxed out in the 2 other ones, the Corridor and then the Expedition, which again, I think that is the campaign. I don't think it's the Abyssal Expedition, but Google Translate did the best here. Maximum, it's rough and strong. Now, again, utility wise, we know the winged lion has a ton of utility. Successful in cursing in the expedition, nothing short of perilous, and in PvP. So I think they kind of tell a pretty solid story in here. Better to reach 12 before reaching level 18. So again, 12 is really the focus when it comes to the winged lion. Now looking at the owl, you can see almost utility everywhere, guys. We really see the owl in a lot of places. Dark Namora, definitely, absolutely. When you look at the haste factor that they bring, strong presence behind the scenes to raise level of damage done. Reassured to know that strong, even low level 3 works incredibly well, but getting them up to 15 and 18 is a long way off. It shows that the lion, the golden cat are so important in the current environment. Raising them to 18 before going to 15 on here. Then, of course, the swordboard lizard. I'm not sure if they made these names up. This is Blade Ridge, guys. You can see not a ton of utility in here. We've actually seen Blade Ridge kind of falling out of a couple different places. And you can see also it is a late bloomer that performs with a minimal amount of work. For that reason, the priority to 15 is quite high. That is really where Blade Ridge actually starts to be super effective. Compared to other hunting monsters as the butterfly, it is currently activity is somewhat modest. So again, not seeing a ton in there. Now the shield lizard or the rock lizard, guys, PvP is a monster. Running with the awakened version of Belinda, we also see it running, the beast running with Scarlet, running with a couple different ones. At 9, it is the avoid instant death, which is huge. At level 12, he is to the point where he's kind of a non-micro building force. He has the shield. That is really the big thing. There'll be no seed in the expedition in the future. So again, the Curse Realm and the Corridor working pretty well. Again, this is a pet that I am still using, but overall PvP is the absolute monster in there, guys. Now looking at the Sweet Fray, which again, the names in here are kind of crazy. Still seeing a lot in the Corridor, PvP, and then the Expedition. Still seeing a lot for the Savage Souffle. As we know, a lot of crowd control in there. There's no neck, but even at 6, possible to put Mihira formation, and it is strong enough. We have seen the additional crowd control by the Savage Souffle working incredibly well in a lot of crowd control factors, which is going to be interesting because with the new beast, we are seeing a lot of crowd control within that aspect as well. So looking at our moth, you can see the expedition, a lot of utility, not seeing so much within the two other, the Cursed Corridor, and then PvP, not seeing a lot of utility. The only place that I'm actually using the moth is going in with the awakened version of Thane, which again works incredibly well. Right here, Thane, right there, the awakened Thane partner as a butterfly absolutely strengthens the normal attack. Minimum work can be done even at level 3, and it just raises up the level from there. Strengthening the performance of normal attacks will increase at an accelerated pace, which again works incredibly well. Indispensable presence in the corridor and played an active part in the Expedition Season 9. So I think this bottom is the Expedition, guys. I think that is the Abyssal Expedition, not the PvP aspect of it. Then, of course, guys, we have the Slumbering Seal, Lazy. They just put Lazy up there. Nightmare Corridor, the Curse Realm, and then, of course, PvP are huge. Type of hunting monster, and it is just a monster. Slow starter. Your own level determines how active you are. If you're 12, you're able to do a decent job. Other guides recommend training as a top priority. Now, that is what we've seen, guys. Slumbering Seal. He's now entrusted with one of the formations within the Curse Realm and PvP, and remarkably active. And again, that's kind of what we've seen in here, is very, very effective. Expedition didn't really do incredibly well, which is the reason why they gave the seal the one arrow, but the not really working incredibly well within the content. Then we get down here, guys, into, of course, this is a monster. Before level 18, 111, do not use Belbella before level 18, just like you see right here, guys. Above level 18, incredibly, incredibly strong. Most difficult hunter to evaluate and treat, because as soon as she reaches 18, he suddenly awakes, and the performance is dramatic. Again, this is a beast that is not used under 18. I've even noticed within the Nightmare Corridor and the Cursed Realm that I have actually replaced this beast in every single formation when you look at the recommended formations because of that level 18 requirement. Aim for 18. It is a very high priority going up to 18. Then we look at the Fire Breather. You can see, guys, not a lot of utility with the Fire Breather. We've kind of seen the turning point is level 18 right here. So if you're not heavy into the Beast Resonance and getting up to level 18, doesn't work as well as it really should. However, if you want to raise to 18, much more useful to raise the deer first. So of course, Balbella going up first. To be honest, haven't used it yet. Can't say much about it. Again, I don't see a lot of utility, which is the same here with our Sleepy Lion, the Dark Charjaba. Awaken Burton's buddy. Burton will take good care of you, which is funny. PvP used a lot, not really used anywhere else. Then we get into our Snow Beast, guys. You can see not a lot of utility. Very early beast that worked incredibly well in formations. Honestly, at this point, with so many other additions to the beast, there is really no reason to build them up. You're just going to drag them up as you continue to build up the Beast Resonance. And then, of course, looking at the new Fox, excuse me for the hunting new monster in the process of creating a new guide. That is right, guys. They dropped this as D was creating the guide. You can see PvP is doing incredibly well off the charts. We know with the charm, I think there's going to be a lot of utility probably within the Cursed Realm Nightmare Corridor in this first little part. But when it comes to the Abyssal Expedition to maximize the damage, I don't think there's going to be any utility in this bottom without actually being either leveled up or just running in different game modes. The Expedition really focuses probably on the boss modes would be my assumption. Performance is relatively smooth, and the reduction in damage dealt, which is required to minimum, is at least level 6, further enhanced by 9, and the charm performance starts at 12. That is right, guys. Just like we seen with Talisman, the Fox actually needs to be up to 12 to have that charm. 15 and fantasize with predicting basically PvP. And again, PvP with the crowd control aspect, guys, is huge with that charm. Corridor, it really doesn't, and this is the big thing, guys, makes a big difference if it is going to affect bosses or not, which a lot of people are saying they don't think it is going to. But again, in the PvP aspect, we're going to see it. And I think with that charm aspect in a couple of the Nightmare Corridor or the Cursed Realm, that we are going to see a little bit of utility. Now, we talked about it earlier in the live stream, guys. Wanted to cover this. I actually seen it come up over on Discord. Big shout out to Dine at Dine_AFK. I love the Beast guides. There's no reason to remake what's already out there, guys, and it even does have the new Beast on there. So that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.